What's going on, guys? Yeah, turn the volume down in my ear. How you guys doing? I figure I need y'all help for a minute. We have to pick a graphics card here from AliExpress. I've actually never purchased anything from AliExpress, if you can believe it. But before we can get into catching up on some content, I've got to find a graphics card that will work well with the build that I'm going to be doing. So just for frame of reference, just so you guys know what I'm talking about, I have a deal with AliExpress right now, and AliExpress decided that they wanted to sponsor a video where we build a PC with only parts from AliExpress to see how inexpensive it can be, how good it can look, and how well it can perform. So I've already bought everything else. So I'm trying to figure out what graphics card to get, because I've got, DDR5 16 gig kit, a Thermalright AIO that I've never used before, this really super inexpensive little tiny case, fans, a Ryzen 5 7500F CPU, which is, I've never used that CPU, and I'm very excited to use it, with a Maxsun motherboard, GPU mounts, cable extensions. I got everything. I just need the card. So we need to settle on a card before I can continue with anything else, because I've been going back and forth on what to pick all day. So it's a 7500F. It's an AM5 CPU. I'm thinking 4060 Ti. But here's the thing. You can find a lot of really inexpensive parts off AliExpress that are really great deals, but graphics cards don't seem to be that great of a deal. Like, this is the one where I got pulled up right now. It's a 4060, and it's just a white GPU, triple fan, and it's $333. That's not really a great deal. Is there mic problems? Can you guys not hear me? Uh-oh. Can y'all not hear? Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on with the mic. Is there issues? It's showing that there's no problems with the mic. A little choppy. I don't know. Is this slightly choppy? Huh. I don't know. Seems fine on this end. A little loud now. I turned the gain up. Clicky. Some people are saying there's no problem with the mic, and some people are saying that it's choppy. Let me see if I can't mess with the filters here. Alright, so is that better? I had some filters on here to try to make it so you don't hear everything that happens in my house. Is that better? Partially deaf and can hear you well. It's choppy. I don't know what the choppy thing is, because everything's showing that it's good on this end. It's upsetting. It is still choppy. I don't know. Maybe... Let me see if I can't switch it to... Here. Is that better? Is this better? I switched to the mic on my headset. Tell me if that sounds better than the Yeti. Because I have a Yeti right here. Tell me if that sounds better.
That's upsetting. It's a nice microphone too. I've never had mic issues. Super quiet now. This sounds smoother but softer. It's a little low. I'm sorry, guys. Better but quiet. I'm sorry. Let's see if I because I'm fishing. Ben, you're fishing? You gotta take a picture of what you catch, man. Maybe it does need a screen. I don't know. I had a noise gate filter on there. I was trying to see if that would help. Let me see if I can't go back to the Blue Yeti with no filters, and then you guys let me know if that sounds any better. You guys gotta remember, I need your help with this because I'm not a streamer, so I always am gonna need help. ASMR AliExpress ordering. That's the one. All right, let's go back to the Yeti, and let's put. Tell me if this is better. Let's add a filter. All right, is this better? It was digital noise. All right. So I'm back on the Blue Yeti now. Tell me if it sounds bad. If it sounds bad, then I'm just going to switch to the headset, and I'll just keep it on headset, and then we'll just keep it there. Testing. Sounds like a loose cable cutting in and out a bit. I mean, everything seems to be in order here. I don't know. So is it still TechnoWiz? Is it still happening? I'm waiting for you. Still doing it? Oh, man. All right, I'll put it back on the headset. We'll just keep it on there, and I'll troubleshoot what's going on a little later. All right, now we're back on the headset. Let me see if I can probably change the volume here. Gain. All right. All right, how's that? I put the gain up a little bit higher. Sounds like I'm in a running microwave. Jesus, that's not good. All right, headset is all good. We're gonna stick with the headset. I turned the gain up a little bit. Hopefully that helped. We're gonna put the Yeti away, and we're just gonna stick with the headset. All right, so back to what I was saying before. Before we can get into the content, because the whole idea behind this stream and what I want to do is so I know that reaction content is a big thing. People reacting to other things. I don't generally do stuff like that, but I am a huge fan of watching different PC builders, do their thing. We'll do the Yeti another time. But I was trying to see if it was possible that we could do a live stream maybe once a week where we catch up on some current content, some stuff that's interesting, and then just kind of gauge where it goes from there. I had an idea on what I wanted to call it. I was thinking maybe I call it the content catch-up, but spell ketchup like ketchup the condiment. I thought that'd be fun. You guys let me know if that sounds really stupid. I just think it sounded like it was interesting. But we're going to do this maybe once a week, and where I get to catch up on some of my favorite PC builders because they humble me. They make me feel like my PCs are not anywhere near as nice because they can make some crazy stuff these days. And I wanted to kind of watch a couple of them with you because I haven't seen a lot of these people. Oh, don't worry. Your ketchup thumbnail, it probably will make the cut. We're going to do like a variation of it. I have a guy who makes my thumbnails, and I have an idea, but I'm not going to have him make a thumbnail for something unless I see that there is a... people enjoy it. If people are enjoying the live stream and they're sticking around for it, then I'll keep the idea, and we'll do this once a week, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it's a good way for me to try and produce additional content for you guys because I while I love putting one video out a week, I'd love to be able to put out multiple videos a week, but I work a full-time job. I wake up at 2:30 in the morning to get to my full-time job. I work all day. I'm out by noon. Then I come home and I create content for you guys until it's time to eat dinner. Then I eat dinner, I hang out with my family, and then we all go to bed. And I'm exhausted throughout the entire experience. So making one video a week is already a difficult thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get 2 videos out by hanging out with each other in live stream, and then maybe one day I can quit my original job, my main job, and I could just do this for you guys all the time, because that would be what I really like to do, because I don't want to go to work at 2:30 in the morning anymore. I would love to just wake up and hang out with you guys and build computers and have a whole lot of fun playing with new tech, and that sounds like the life for me. The 6750 GRE, that's actually the card that I was looking at, but it's so difficult to choose an AMD card over an NVIDIA card because NVIDIA cards, they sell so much faster. People just love the idea that it's an NVIDIA card. But here's the plan. Okay, I need your help because, like I said, I've got all this stuff is already ordered. It's on the way. I just need a graphics card. Everything has been paid for by AliExpress. They've paid for all of the things that you see here. It's a full build with a Ryzen 5 7500F AM5 platform CPU. We're going to be building this PC, and I think that either a 4060, 4060 Ti, or a 6750 GRE would be a great card for it. And we need to pick one, and it needs to be dual fan because the case is unbelievably cheap. I mean, unbelievably, it's like $25 for the case. Plus, hey Jason, thanks for the subscribe, appreciate it. So it needs to be a dual fan GPU so that it fits inside this case because it's very tiny, and it needs to be powerful enough to match with an AM5 platform CPU. So like. This is the 4060 Terminator, but it's $479. It's unreal how expensive like their 4060s are. Like some of these cards are like unbelievably expensive compared to others that you can get like just from Amazon. So like $389, but that's a 3070. I don't want a 3070. 3060 Ti for $324. Those are normal prices. There's nothing spectacular about that. So we're going to skip that. Now, the 6750 GRE, the one by Yeaston, it's nice, but it's white, and we're going for a black PC build, so I can't use the 6750. I have to get something that is a little cheaper. Hold on, where's the filters? Free shipping. I'm not paying crazy shipping. All right, so let's find dual fan. It's a 580. No. 5700 XT, no. Edit TI, it depends. It depends on which one has a good deal, which price is all right. Because like if you look at this one right here, it's a 4060 Ti, but it's $551. Yeah, so I'm saying you can get a 6800 XT for $400. The prices for AliExpress, they don't. Everything else was a great deal, but the graphics cards are not, and I've just been racking my brain on what to get, because like I said, the 6750 GRE was the card that I was originally planning on getting, but that card is one, it's white and blue, and the build is black and green, and it's a triple fan, and I can only get a dual fan, so I need a dual fan GPU that's halfway decent. I would prefer it to be listed price. I don't want to use any codes, just because for the video's sake, I'm just buying what they have list price to see what we can come up with. That was the whole idea that I have with Temu or AliExpress. AliExpress is paid for everything other than the card. So I just need to find something that's halfway decent for that build. And I need your help because a lot of these don't seem worth it, and a lot of them are just 580s and 590s, and 5700 XTs. Check out this one. Let's see. Is that a link? Easton GeForce. I don't think that's a link. If you, James, send it to me in Discord. I can click on it and through Discord. See, like right here. Look at this. This is the 3070 Ti. 3070 Ti for $591. That is not the deal. That's not it. $4070 Super, $777. ASRock 5700 XT for $150 is crazy. But you can find 5700 XTs for, I mean, for like $100 used. I would just buy a used 57. If I was going to get a 5700 XT, I wouldn't buy a new one. I'd buy a used one. I got some crazy stuff on AliExpress. I've been looking on AliExpress for 2 days now. Just kind of... I thought it was a scam too. Okay, so the reason that I really wanted to do the AliExpress videos, I've never, and everyone thinks that I've purchased things from AliExpress before. I have never bought anything from AliExpress ever in my whole life. So I really wanted to do this for 2 reasons. One, because I wanted to see what was possible with AliExpress on building a PC. And 2, I wanted to prove that it's not a scam, you know, that it's not BS, because I've never bought anything from them, and I'd like to know that if I were to want to purchase anything from AliExpress in the future, that it wouldn't be like a scam, that they wouldn't, you know, send me a bunch of BS. I'd like to be able to purchase from them more often, because if you look at their Thermalright CPU coolers, they have all the Thermalright CPU coolers that we don't have the ability to buy in the States. And a lot of them are really cool. Like, so let me give you, for instance, the CPU cooler that we're getting for this new build is this one. This is a Thermalright Frozen Warframe. And it's got a LED screen on it. It comes with no fans. I got the cheaper version with no fans because I'm going to put my own fans on there. But this thing looks super sick. I mean, that's awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to use it. Try a $10 PC. I would love to try a $10 PC. Have you got a link to buy one of those? I love Thermalright too, and I really want to see all of their other AIOs and all of their other CPU coolers. And what I want to do eventually is do a video where I just purchase all of the Thermalright equipment that we can't buy here on like Amazon and Newegg, and just kind of cover it and see what they're all about, see what they look like, see how well they all perform. Yeah, there's a ton of AliExpress YouTube builds. Yeah, I've looked at a few of them just kind of for reference. Thermalright has power supplies? Wow. I didn't get a Thermalright power supply. I got it's an 850 watt, 80 plus gold certified, which who knows if it's accurate, but I got, where's it at? This one. I don't know how to say this word. All right, let's try to say this. Let's try to say the name of this. Julongfeng Bao. Julongfeng Bao. Is that it? Can anybody tell me if I butchered that? It's fully modular, 80 plus gold. Let's see what happens. $60. Let's see. I mean, this will be just fine. You won't see the RGB in it. I mean, maybe a little bit underneath the PC, but you're not going to see a ton of it. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. But back to the task at hand here. 4060 Ti. I need it black. Do they have it in black? No, they do not. See, it needs to be black. They have a lot of white GPUs. See, that looks cool. That looks sweet. Tell me that the little swirly in the back doesn't look awesome. Like it's on Discord. Guys, everybody, 26 viewers. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining me on this fun experience. I'm a chill member. Luke on Discord. Hello, chill member. All right, so this GPU does not work. James, did you send me that link on Discord? You said you sent me, or you tried to show me something. Oh yeah, you did. Let's see. He's sent it to me on my phone. I'm just gonna look through it here. AliExpress Yeaston 4060 for $347. That's not a bad price. That's a pretty good looking card too. All right, it's gonna be on a vertical mount. So I think that it'll look pretty good. That's actually a really good card for a pretty decent price. Let me see if I can't pull it up here so you guys can see it. All right, so this is the card he was talking about. So it's a dual fan. Easton, it's a 4060 for $354. Not a bad price. Is it free ship? It's free shipping. Okay. This will probably be the card we go to. James, thank you for sending that. I'm gonna add it to my cart. Sweet. All right, so now that this is out of the way, we've gone ahead and gotten that taken care of. We're gonna watch. I want to watch a couple PC builders. Some people that I've like loved watching for a long time. Right? That's a nice looking card. Does it say? It says Yeaston all over the front of it. Interesting. Difficult to get a warranty out of China, especially when you pay. Yeah, no joke. Max Sun has a similar 4060 for about $5 left. Join my Discord. Send me a link to it in Discord so that I can see it, because I can't. Looking them up is crazy because they're everywhere. All right. So there's a few people that I've watched. I don't know if you guys watch a lot of other PC builders, but there's a few people that I've always watched. One of them, let me see if I can find. This lady's nuts. But there's these guys, Bro Cooling. I don't know if you've ever seen Bro Cooling before. These guys do some of the sickest PC builds that I have ever seen. They're all fully liquid cooled. They're crazy custom. And this is in the Tower 900 case. And the Tower 900 case is crazy. It's humongous. I built in the Tower 300. If you watched that video on the channel, the Tower 300 case is the case that I'm currently using, the yellow build that I did. And people like that video because I think that video's got like 30,000 views or something like that. It's a pretty sweet build, very efficient cooling. But these people did like, I didn't get a chance to watch more than like 2 minutes of it because it was, I just ran out of time because I always run out of time. This case is the Tower 900 and it's massive, and they do like this whole Gundam theme PC build. So we're gonna watch this thing get made because it looks crazy. If you're on the Discord, just send me a direct message. I think you have to send me a friend request first. If you send me the friend request, I'll go ahead. And James, I think James sent me the one that you're talking about. He said it was $5 cheaper. Let me just take a look at this real quick. Okay, so this is the Max Sun one that he was talking about. Max Sun, he sent it to me, $5 cheaper, $342 for a 4060 8GB card. I don't know. I kind of like the Yeaston one better. It had a better look to it, but we'll compare and contrast later. For right now, we're gonna watch this, and I'm gonna turn up the desktop volume so that you guys can hear it a little bit better because they have like some good music. Now I don't know what the rules are when it comes to monetization of the videos plus copyright strikes. Hold on one second. Let me just bring this up here for a minute. I gotta double check something. Yeah, monetization on, done. Save. Okay. All right. I took care of that. Everything's taken care of. Back to business. All right. We're gonna watch these guys. These guys are cool. If you have not seen these guys, it's called Bro Cooling. They have massive amounts of builds. So many, and they're all really crazy. They even built this one PC in a shoe case. I don't know if you've seen that thing. It's nuts. But check this thing out. I've never been a fan of putting action figures in builds. I think they probably... That thing looks really cool. I don't know what that is. What is that? What is that thing? Is that the actual Gundam and then it like transforms into what we were just looking at? Or is this something different? Does anyone here know anything about Gundam? I do not. Ever since the Oliver Michael was the best music you had in a video, it was in episode 2. I'll have to look that up. Those are the weapons. Oh, okay. The detail that these guys go through is crazy. Look at that thing. How do you build a PC in that? This is my only problem with these cases. The I/O for these cases is up top in the dead center. So like where his hands are on the other side, that's where his USB ports are and USB-C and all that stuff. It's up in the top middle. So you have to like plug things in and then there's just a wire hanging down. They should move that to the bottom section so that way that you don't have like cables hanging all over the place. I end up having to plug my my camera in and then it just sits on top of the PC where the fans are blowing hot air. It's a terribly inefficient way. It is a Gundam hanger. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, I dislike that everything has to come out of the top of the case. That's the only downfall I have with it. I mean, it's personal preference. I just don't like it. This thing is huge. Look at the back section of that thing. Those are my favorite fans. I love those fans. These Fantex fans, so nice. They were in the Build Up Challenge Season 1 finale, the giveaway computer. Oh, God. These fans are awesome. The only problem with them is that when he goes to do the connectors to connect them all together, those are very fragile. They give you a couple extra ones because you're going to break one. Because I broke 2 of them, I believe. They're terribly flimsy, but the fan itself, super quiet, very efficient, and I like that they have the reversed ones you can buy too, so you don't have to see the backs of the fans. It's really nice. If you ever get a chance to use these D30s, they're really great. That last screw gun. See that? There's just so many little pieces. You gotta put them all in. $1,600 watts. Ah! I think they got enough wattage. Can we buy 1,600 watt power supplies? Does anybody know? Can we buy 1,600 watt power supplies in the States? I don't think. I'm curious. Let me know. Have you ever?
The Asus
Oh,
ROG
now we get to
Ally
watch an
X
ad together.
allows you to install games from multiple stores like Xbox.
I need to get YouTube Pro or Premiere or whatever. Look at these little fans. There's a lot of work going into the back of that case. That's a nice board. See, these guys even have like their very own brand of everything. So like they have custom screws they put in that match the color of the build that they're doing, custom water blocks. They have all kinds of craziness. It's ridiculous. Oh, you hating on the 14th gen Intel, huh? I do like their film style though. The way that they film the builds. It's really well done. $990s, 4 terabytes. All right. Does it have only have two M.2s? Thanks, B-Rabbit. I appreciate you being here, man. See, okay, so this case is humongous. That motherboard looks so tiny. Look at all that space down there. Wait, so, hold on. So, Scotty, you're hating on 14th gen Intel. You're gonna hate on EK too, man? You gotta have a comment for the EK. You can buy 1600 watts? Dang. You like my Pro Art build? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That's my favorite build so far. I thought that PC was unbelievable. I will say this though. That PC build was great, but it was so loud. It was such a loud PC. Those fans, they ramp up so fast, and it's just constant fluctuation of just quiet and then insanely loud, and then it would drop back down. It was crazy. Intel is building a chip plant in Central Ohio. Uh-oh, it's gonna be on hold. Yeah, but the black and gold was very classy. I think that build definitely came together really well. Because we did a black and gold build, though, I kind of want to do a white and silver build. You know, ideas for the end of Build Up Challenge Season 2. These guys have to have like a deal on fittings. Do you know how much fittings cost for liquid cooling PCs? It's unreal. Appreciate it, James. Thank you for sending the link. Baby blue. Wow, come on. I'm gonna have to pay for YouTube Premium. Especially if we're gonna be doing this every week. I don't want to watch all those ads, and I know you don't either. I know that they use these for reservoirs. Why is he removing that? Why do they take the lids off? That's why. Custom lids. Why not? Everything is custom with these guys. It's crazy. Wonder what all the other custom stuff is for. Is that all Gundam stuff? Oh. They're using what? What is that? That's the tubing, I know that, but is it copper? Like chrome plated? What AIO is that? Oh, that's that, was that the Matrix 4090? The one that, didn't Linus prove that it was, like, not worth it to buy that graphics card? It was just, like, a humongous waste of money. What's up, Destroyer? I feel like I watched a Linus Tech Tips video where he proved that that was BS. Like, you shouldn't buy that. It's just too much money. So the fans, those fans are going to be outside of the case at all times? I don't know how I don't know if I like that. I've never been a fan of the fans being on the outside of the case. They have to like be like CNC machine to build all these things. This is just like full custom. I want to see it on. Okay, so is this the back of? So this is the back of the computer. Is that good looking? And then the front is just a Gundam. Oh no, the Royal. This is the DDR5. Yep. That's 7,200 mega transfers. Some nice RAM right there. Oh, we should have put that in first, dude. Look at that. That's a tight squeeze there. Whoa. I don't know if I would want my PC to look like this. So the only thing you're going to see is the Gundam in the front. Yeah, Towel, I mean, these are overkill builds. These are just some crazy builds. No, you have to build those models, right? Or do you buy them like that? It would probably help if I knew anything about Gundam, but this looks very intense. That thing does look really cool, though. You'd be afraid to use it? I would be too, man. That's a lot. But see, that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see that, and then all of this beautiful hardware that you spent tons of money on is behind the case. I don't know if I'd want that. I wouldn't want to spend $3,000 on hardware. In this case, probably like around $5,000 in hardware just to not see it, and to only see the $400 worth of Gundam stuff. Imagine having to clean it? No. I would never own it, so I wouldn't have to worry about cleaning it. At this price level, you don't clean it. You just buy a new PC. At the end, oh, Porsche design monitor. That seems intense. That's a big monitor.
Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the
Anybody
Chick-fil-A
hungry?
spicy honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich.
$10,000 every time it gets dusty. Yeah, if you're willing to spend this amount of... What is that? Oh. That thing's ugly. It looks dirty. Is it used? Look at how dirty it is. Did you see that? Did anybody else see how dirty that was? Hold on. Hold up. Look at this hair and like little nicks and dust all over it. Look at that, it's dirty. Is it supposed to look like that? That looks gross. It looks generously used. Oh, but it's Gundam themed. Why would you need that? They had to have, like, customized this. Hair included. Cosmetic hair. Look at that thing. That's ridiculous. This whole thing is nuts. Oh, custom light switches. Oh man, that's pretty cool though. I like that they can move the little spotlights. That's pretty cool, man. I'd like to add those to some builds. That would be really awesome. An alien themed build. For like the new Alien movie, what is it, Alien Romulus or whatever it's called? That looks awesome. That movie looks great. I can't wait to go see it. Look at all these little dudes. How does he, like, okay, so obviously they're gonna ship this to somebody. Somebody had to have, like, purchased this. I think the back looks better. I think the front is, with all that Gundam stuff, there's too much going on there. I do like the monitor though. That's a really nice monitor. Okay, but the keyboard, okay? So like, obviously the keyboard is angled up so that you can type on it better. Well, on the back side it angles down where all those lights are. Like, what's the point? I don't understand. You wouldn't be able to see it if you were sitting at your desk using your keyboard. Look at that thing. That is wild. You couldn't ship that. You'd have to take all of that stuff out and then have to redecorate it at home. I do want this monitor though. RGB is the point. They made a statement with RGB and this computer. You're gonna play Tetris on that keyboard? I mean, it looks like you could use the keyboard as its own Tetris. I do love that Royal RAM though. It's very expensive. I don't know if you've ever looked into how expensive that RAM actually is. I think the back looks cooler. I'm not a fan of the Gundam stuff. I think that that's just a waste of time. But I think... Oh, smoke test? Smoke test didn't really show anything. I mean, if I was to rate that PC like 1 out of 10, I think I'd give it like a 6. It's too busy for me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I feel like there's too much going on. I think I would be overwhelmed looking at it all the time. I think I would be very overwhelmed just sitting there looking at it. All right. Does anybody here know Mr. Matt Lee? Do you guys know who that is? Uh-oh. I just got a text message. Somebody wants to buy my yellow thermal right build. Or thermal take build. It's listed for $2,300. Let's see what happens. All right, Mr. Matt Lee he hasn't been around for very long, but he blew up. He's really, really popular, and a lot of people I've seen emulate the way that he creates these videos. And I actually would watch Mr. Matt Lee at nighttime, and that would be how I like put myself to bed. It was like my ASMR to go to sleep. So this guy, he's building in the, I think it's the TK1. Yeah, he builds in the TK1 case. I've built in the TK1 case. I did the, it was a 4060, the MSI 4060 build with, I think it had like a Intel i7 7700. It's an older build, but you know, most of the builds that I do are used. But he builds in the same case. And I always liked his videos. He's really, really talented. Little background about Mr. Matt Lee. Apparently, he did, because I've watched a lot of his stuff. He has only been around for a little over a year. And he used to film cars. Like, that was his thing. He would do, like, film production for, like, filming, like, race cars and, like, fancy cars and stuff like that. And then in 2020, when the pandemic happened, that's when he started doing computers because he couldn't do the car stuff anymore. I watched, he talked about it in one of his videos where he actually speaks. He doesn't speak in a lot of his videos, but they're really great videos. If you get a chance, check him out. He's really, really great. Ooh, fun story. That glass has a film over the glass to protect it from shattering. And this is going to sound really stupid. Johnsbo sent me this case, right, to take a look at. And I didn't know that, because where it says tempered glass on the glass right there, that is not a glass peel. You can't just grab it and pull it like you can for pretty much every other PC, right? So this guy, Johnsbo sent me this, and all I saw was in the corner where you could peel the plastic. Well, that's not a plastic peel. That is like a full coverage, really strong adhesive to make sure that the glass is shatterproof, because it does come off as one whole piece. And I had started picking at it, and it looked terrible until I realized that it's not an actual peel. So I ended up having to peel the whole thing off, and I was just stuck with like this crazy amount of residue from the adhesive stuck to the glass, and I had to use gasoline on it to get that adhesive off. It was a nightmare. I think that in the video that I did the build in, I actually said don't pull the peel, because it's the worst thing in the world. Mineral oil PC is pretty cool. I think I actually watched the Toasty Bros do that. Basically homeless. I'll have to look at that up. I like this guy's studio. He's got a really cool studio. This case was actually designed really well. I really liked this case. I never got to see his version of how he built in this, because I built in it myself, and I liked mine, but I used the air cooler, and he uses an AIO, and I wanted to do an AIO in it, and I never did. So, fun thing about the coffee, actually, there's a video we're gonna watch in a minute where this girl builds a PC with a coffee machine in it. I'm pretty excited to see that. It's got like 2 million views. And I never got a chance to watch it. I'm interested to see how that turns out. Oh, that's the same motherboard I'm using right now.
For those who have access to the internet.
Why can't you believe that? The performance from that PC was fantastic, Jelly.
I could have used one of these.
I could use one of these.
New school is here. Save 5% on Apple products when you pay with the Target Circle card.
Here's a question. Do you guys like the idea of being able to hear the unscrewing of everything and all that stuff along with the music, or do you guys like it the way that I do it, where you just hear the music? I like just the music part, and one of the main reasons I don't do the ASMR thing where you can hear all the screwing in of everything and the clicking and the clacks and all that stuff. The only reason I don't do that is because I have 2 kids and a wife, and I work in my house, so you can hear my kids most of the time that I'm working. I have to record when they are being exceptionally quiet and everyone's calm in the house when I'm doing any part that involves me talking. Because if you if not, if they're acting like a fool, you can hear them. And sometimes in the videos, you can actually hear them in the background. I don't know if you're paying attention or that close attention to it, but every now and again, I can hear them when I'm editing. But that's why I don't do the ASMR thing. But I am looking into possibly converting my garage into a full studio, or finding a place to like rent and work out of there so that it's dead quiet. So if you guys like the idea of like the clicks and the clacks and all that stuff, I could do that a little later. A 7700, real quick, because in the comments section here we got, you didn't think that a 7700 would be able to handle a 4060 Ti. Incorrect. The 7700 is a very good CPU. It is only 4 cores, but it is, if all you're doing is gaming, that CPU is still very good, and it can handle the 4060 Ti just fine. Now 4070 and stuff like that, you're going too far. But 4060 Ti is like max, but it can handle it. It's actually really good. I prefer the music too. I'd rather just do the music. It's easier. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 14400. Get that 14th gen in there. I might be selling my Thermaltake PC here soon. This guy's dead serious about buying it. Do you see this? He's got Mr. Matt Lee RAM. He has his own RAM, or like, well, obviously the company Manta just put his name on it, but he has his own RAM. That's impressive. That's very nice. And he installs the AIO before he puts it in the case. I hate that. Look how little it is. It's so cute. Later, Tal. You take care, man. What GPU did he decide to go with? It's an i5, so it's got to be like 4070, right? He says it in the beginning what all of his hardware is, but I missed it. Is that a 4060? No, they have 4070 in the dual version, right? Oh wait. What is that? What GPU is that? Yeah, Qmaster. I love this case. Building in it was great. The only problem, the only thing I didn't like about it is that top part right there is the only thing that's not, that is toolless. Everything else you need to unscrew.
Whatever you do.
Was that 7600 XT?
At Harbor Freight.
I thought that they only did that design graphics card for the 4060 and the 4070 dual.
Sense of the Old Spice Wild.
Yeah, so it is 7600 XT. Good call. I do like his smoke tests. They're really good. He does a great job visualizing that. I need to buy a smoke machine. I wonder which one he uses. Is that the Kraken 240 AIO? What are your thoughts on their AIOs? I feel like they're overpriced. I do like his music selections too. Oh, I think he's got two people dancing. That's pretty cool. He also has like a different peripheral setup every time. Right? I think NCXT all their stuff is overpriced. Those are the same cable extensions I used in the Build Up Challenge Season 1 finale computer. The gray and black. I think it's nice looking. Still a lot of video left. What's he got going on at the end here? Oh, bloopers. Oh, Johnsbow is one of my favorites. I'm on real good terms with the Johnsbow people. They'll send me whatever case I want to use.
AI is everywhere.
All right, that was pretty good. I mean, not the nicest build in the world, but let's watch. So there's this lady right here. Okay, she's fun. Look at her. She builds a gaming PC with a coffee maker inside of it. I think this video has like an insane amount of views. 1.8 million views. Came out 4 months ago. I still had never seen it, and I wanted to watch this with you guys because this seemed really interesting.
Here's the deal. I love coffee. Like, making that first pot of coffee in the morning is one of the highlights of my day. Just the smell of it, the little drippy drip sound it makes. It's just the sound of happiness. And then lunch comes around and I just want a single cup of coffee. Like, I'm an addict, sure, but like I have some limits. It's just that process of getting up, having to do all the steps to make just a fraction of a pot of coffee that seems so unnecessary. There has to be a better way. And there is. It's called...
That little room is really cool.
They make single cups of coffee from little pods, or they grind the beans or whatever. But the problem with those is they are very huge and clunky. And also, I don't like the coffee pod things. It doesn't taste very good to me, okay? And so I had...
Where is she from? That accent is really cool. The hair is pretty cool too. I'm jealous.
The great idea, and I'm definitely not gonna regret this, to try and build a coffee machine that makes a single cup of coffee straight into my computer.
Hiya!
I'm a little skeptical, not gonna lie. If I'm gonna be able to do this at all, I have to break it down into two separate tasks, the functionality and the aesthetics. The aesthetics is definitely my comfort zone, which makes me think I
Norway.
should
All right.
the functionality. In terms of functionality, there's basically...
That's a nice microphone. Anybody who loves that microphone? The microphone she is using is fantastic.
Two main goals. One, since I'm building a computer from scratch, it has to work as well a computer in terms of performance, heat, all that stuff, no compromises. And two, if this coffee machine is ever going to be used and not just be some weird party trick, one button has to do everything. Grind the beans, funnel the beans into the filter, brew the coffee, everything. Let me just show you how I'm imagining the system working. Here we have my coffee maker and my coffee bean grinder. My idea is...
That's so much work for coffee. I have a Keurig. It's so simple.
Pot, and instead we put a coffee mug in here. Then we take our coffee bean grinder, where you put the beans in the top, they come out into this container. But we ditch the container and instead we put the coffee bean grinder like this and sort of direct the beans into the...
I think I will buy that mic for my streams. It's better than the Yeti that is clearly not working very well right now.
The filter and down in the cup.
She's from the Shire?
That's good coffee. Okay, this might actually work. Interesting. Okay.
So she's gonna put the coffee grinder plus what brews the coffee in one PC? I mean, she did pick the right case for it. The 1000 Corsair D case is crazy big. That thing is huge.
Just going for the largest I could find. So this is it, the Obsidian 1000D Super Tower case. There's some pretty big modifications we have to...
Have you guys ever seen a build in the 1000D? How many fans fit inside that case? It is unreal how much you can cram inside of that thing. It is huge. You'd need like a reinforced desk in order to have that PC fully loaded. What's up, gal? How you doing, man?
Due to this case, to be able to mount everything securely. And cutting metal is not my favorite pastime, but it's gonna be worth it. I'm just gonna do it, Martina. Chop, chop. Let's go. Woo. No idea where that went. Loosened.
I mean, look at those fan trays. It's crazy. Why is she wearing that? Is she breaking it?
Safety squint. I mean, it kind of fits.
Well, maybe I can entertain you a little bit on your lunch break, bud. This is some real customization here. She's destroying that case. How much is that case? Somebody look up how much the 1000D Corsair case costs. That she just butchered that thing.
Because it's easier to control the on-off button with an Arduino, and also we can actually disable.
The case is the 1000D.
Important because you don't want it to just radiate heat inside the PC after the coffee is done. So yeah, cool. New coffee maker. Anyway, I think we managed to do most of the major modifications that we have to do to this case.
That's ridiculous.
We got rid of that fan rack in the front. It is now cut on the sides here, so it's completely open to reach the coffee maker and the filter. We also managed to make a hole at the top here for the bean cup, and also cutting off this part of the grinder itself. Before I actually fasten these machines,
It's $500
to the inside
case.
of
Yeah,
the
she
case,
just
I just want to make sure that I can
dominated that
control
$500
every
case.
step of the process. Like the bean grinder, no problem. It will just grind the beans for 1 cup and stop by itself. But the coffee maker, on the other hand, it will just keep boiling water. As long as there's water in the tank, it will be boiled. Which means it will just like flow into the computer and make it an underwater world, and we don't want that. So our task is to figure out how long we have to leave the coffee maker on for before we turn it off, because it has no self-control. It needs our help.
The best AI assistant isn't one that knows the whole world.
We have the time. From a completely cold state, this is the amount we get in 1 minute 20 seconds. I just want to do one final test manually to test everything. So let's first of all put the beans in the top. So step 1, grind the beans.
I'd like to think that she's gonna make this look like way better because it looks real janky right now. I mean, I wouldn't want my PC to look like that.
Okay, cool. Coffee machine. 3.
Because I've seen some of her other things and they look great. This, however, looks insane.
2, 1. That should be the perfect amount of coffee. Oh, hell yeah, it's the perfect amount, baby! And now for the taste test. Oh my god. Perfect amount of coffee. The only thing that might cause a little bit of a problem is that when the water vapor gets up into the tube that is connected to the coffee bean grinder, it kind of makes it sticky on the inside, which may cause the coffee to like stick to the inside of the tube. I'm not quite sure if it's actually gonna end up being a problem though, but I think I'm just gonna 3D model a little bracket for it, which might improve it a bit. And I also have to make a bracket for the coffee bean grinder, some brackets for the coffee maker, a little cup holder to lift the cup closer to the filter, and probably...
So all of her PCs end up so good. I have only seen, I think one, it was like a dragon. I saw her build. That's why we're doing the content catch up right now, because I don't get a chance to watch anyone else. And I know that the one that I saw her make was really, really great. So I would assume that this one's going to turn out really, really well. Mine are pretty standard. From what I saw from the other build that I watched her do, hers are pretty insane.
Some other little bits and pieces to puzzle this thing together. So I think it's time to put my 3D modeling skills to the test. I can't wait to finally just stick them in there permanently. Let's freaking go! Woo!
Yeah, that's the one. She's using it right now. That's the one that I saw her make. That dragon. That looks really cool. Alright, so it's definitely already starting to look way better. Once you 3D printed all those brackets, kind of hit everything that was, that she had like dremeled off, it looks way better.
Nice. Makes these crates
Oh.
filled with awesome hands-on
No.
projects. The lift you need. Oh, scratch machine. I will scratch in certain interest. Dude, Look how
Alright.
freaking cool this looks. I mean, it looks so legit with all the tubing and the custom
It
brackets.
really does. That
and
actually
everything
looks
is
like
fitting
really
together
cool
as
now.
They should. Freaking love
Looks like a
it. Let me
very
show you
expensive,
everything. So up
over the
here,
top for no
we have
reason
the
coffee
bean
maker.
Cup, nice and secured in place. Then right next to it we have a little lid. Wait. A little lid that sits nice and securely on top of a little funnel that goes down into the water tank, led by this nice hardline tubing that is actually, you know, meant for computers. Then from the bean cup, it goes into this pretty glass funnel, into the filter, through this little bracket right here. So I put a little bit of an angle on it, which I think might help a bit with the vapor escaping up into the tube. Then probably the most complicated piece is this bracket for the bean grinder. I think it turned out really nice and secure in the end. Like the end of it right here is just bolted to the case itself. So that thing is going nowhere. And then finally down here we have some brackets for the coffee maker. That's also really nice and secure. And this little cup holder right here that just fits the cup so perfectly. So satisfying. And that is the Franken coffee machine in all its glory.
It's crazy.
I just want to do one final test before moving on. Just to, like, calm my nerves. Like, I know it should work, it's just, it's good to test along the way. And also, it's...
I don't think this
good
is
for me to
PC
get a
cooled
cup
by
of
coffee. This is PC heated up by coffee. brew your PC. How much does her PC cost? This PC is probably already $1,000, and there's no hardware in it other than a coffee machine.
Everything with electronics. So we're basically just going to use an Arduino to be the brains of the operation. We have these little relays to turn on and off both the coffee maker and the bean grinder. We have a button to trigger everything. And finally, we have this ultrasonic sensor that sits right here. That's going to detect if there is a coffee mug in place, it will turn on. If there's no mug, nothing happens. Oh, and we'll probably have some LEDs
For
in
real?
place here too. Solder time. My favorite. First test. Okay, coffee mug. So now all I have to do is to click this.
How awful would it be if, like, you built this, it's working fine, and then all of a sudden you just brew a cup of coffee and you go grab something out of the microwave in the kitchen and you come back and your whole computer is full of coffee. What? That'd be terrible, man.
Hopefully.
3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh. Failures.
I found the error.
Found the bug.
Okay, nice.
Take two.
Again, take 2.
Still not working?
No?
Wait. Not plugged in.
Well,
I'm sorry.
that'll do it. You know how many times I've done that? Try to turn the PC on, it's not plugged in?
There we go.
That's loud. That's so loud.
It's on.
It is. It's promising. Let's hope it stops in time. Stop.
I think about now would be a good time to stop.
It did. Hey! Everything works. Oh, the relief. There it is.
That's cutting it
First
close. That is a
coffee
full
made
cup of
with
coffee.
No manual labor, only electronics. It's beautiful. Okay.
She should just use a Keurig, right? I mean, am I wrong? Like, that seems like that's a lot. And if you're gonna do this, just put a Keurig in there. It brews the exact amount of coffee that you would need every time. This seems like a lot of work.
We're gonna...
I mean, probably way better coffee. Because, you know, Keurigs are not the greatest coffee ever.
Finally spend some time making this pretty. This is my favorite step, the most satisfying step. So one of the main materials is gonna be these paint stirring sticks, which are surprisingly pretty. Like, I have no idea why they look so nice and made from this nice wood. Like, this whole bag was $10.
I mean, I get that this is probably way more elaborate and definitely gets more views than just throwing a Keurig inside of a piece. Because I mean, I have a very small Keurig. I could probably fit that. I probably could have fit it in the NV9 build that I did, the black and gold PC. I probably could have fit that in there. Yeah, but she did all this work for the content. I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, it paid off for her. She got, you know, almost 2 million views on this video so far. I'm sure she still gets plenty of views on this video.
I'm gonna use these as detailing both on the inside of the case and the outside. And I really want to give this that like warm wood feeling with some orange lighting. Maybe even put a plant in here. All right, guys, this is the best part. Let's freaking go.
Honestly, I'm a huge fan of her Hobbit house. It looks really awesome. The little window in the back. Oh, dramatic music. I was wondering if she was going to do that. So you don't slice your hand open. All this work, and she's gonna put like a Xeon processor in there with like 8 gigs of RAM, like a just go like a 570 Ti. Is that her thing? Is it 590 Ti? It's a lot of wood. She lost a pinky? Holy cow, look at all of her patrons. This is alphabetical. She's only on G. Wow, look at how many patrons she has. That's crazy. Good for her. Who was the last one? Who is that? Hold on. Who's this guy? Who is that? I love it. That's great. Good for that person. What's up, Silence? I mean, she is making it look like a little coffee shop. What was that? Hold on. Can I pause it at the right moment? What CPU is she using? Oh, 14700K. Okay. Same CPU I use. Graphics card.
It's complete. I think
it does look. It looks pretty nice. A little coffee shop atmosphere with the wood.
Them just made them such a rich.
It looks pretty good.
And I'm confused still. Like why? I will hoard these forever now. And also for aesthetical purposes, we have added some LED filament up here and down here. That just really give off this nice cozy glow. And also I've 3D printed and modeled this coffee filter holder down here, just so we can keep everything like in one space. So we have a complete coffee making station. Perfect. So
she's still got the front glass on there. She just pulls the coffee out from the inside, from the front panel.
100mm fans up here for intake, 2 1200mm fans back here, also for intake, and finally 2 more fans in the front here for the exhaust. So the air is just gonna move through the case in this direction. So honestly, I don't think airflow is gonna be a problem. It's just gonna whoosh straight out the case. It's gonna be fine. It's a big boy. Like, we're good. I also added this little plant, you know, to make it nice and cozy in here. Let's plug it in.
She's a chicken.
Oh.
Right? Okay, Scotty said it best. He's like, the inside of that thing looks like a sauna. He just wants to crawl in there, relax. Honestly, you get like a nice little couch. You put it, you just put it right down here. Just like a sweet couch to sit and read a book. I mean, honestly, it looks like a very relaxing space to just hang out if you were very tiny.
Oh, it's so bright. It's so much brighter than what I expected. I mean, I knew since we put so many LEDs in here, but oh, it's so cozy. Oh, and I forgot
It is
to tell
cozy.
you
She's
about
right.
A little progress bar
That's a
down here.
cozy looking
Also, it's coded
PC.
into the Arduino, a little progress bar that would go up when the coffee is brewing, and then turn green once the coffee is complete. Very fancy. I want to take the computer, move it to my desk, put it in its proper home, and then it's coffee time.
That's gonna be her new main rig? What was the graphics card? Does anybody know? I didn't catch what GPU she's using.
There's no way.
I know she's got 14700K. Yeah, there's no way she's picking that thing up. She's
It's not
tiny.
happening.
That thing is huge.
It's really heavy. Have a grip? Oi.
That's pretty heavy.
Uh-huh. Just a little bit.
That was my issue with the NV9, the black and gold build that I did. Other than the fact that it was super loud, that PC was unbelievably heavy. This is a 4070 Ti. Oh, she's got like the same build I've got right now.
It is a wall. Oh my god. It's huge.
That thing is
Oh,
massive.
it looks... I'm not even gonna be able to see.
What? So she's gonna sit on the other side?
I like how it matches our overall.
Oh my, it's the... It's
She need to flip the PC, but have to go on the other side so you actually see it. Okay, so she's moving to that
I
side.
have a very nice matching pink keyboard and mouse. I'm also gonna attach the side panels later on the case itself. I just wanna like make sure everything is working before I do that. So now it's finally time to do a full test run. I haven't actually run everything at once, so I'm a little nervous, but hopefully it's all gonna be fine. So first of all, water. Let's just fill it all to the top. There's something so satisfying seeing it floating down the tube like that. Now, of course, we gotta refill the bean cup.
Oh, okay. So he says you can put that case in a custom trolley. I know that I saw the Paul's Hardware video where he got rid of that PC. He dismantled it because it was what? It was a NAS plus PC. I saw that video, and I saw him moving it on the trolley. But he built that PC with like a ton of fans and radiators and stuff. I mean, that thing was probably way heavier than what she's doing right now. Oh, now you've got beans inside of your computer?
A cookie cutter approach to career growth and development. The roles within our walls are as
Okay, we try again.
See, There's too much margin for error. Like the margin for error is just it's too large. You can't use this all the time. There's no way. You'd build this. There's no way that you'd be right. I feel like after making coffee 8 times in this thing, something would go wrong. You get beans inside the computer, or coffee spilling when you're trying to take the cup out. Like, it's gotta be, I don't know.
Perfect. And now coffee filters into nice little holder. So satisfying. Everything's now in place, so let's just pretend I just had lunch. I'm very full.
Right, you'd have to take this. The side panel would have to stay off so that you could clean up whenever you like. Because I know for me, in the morning when I wake up, I'm dead tired. I'll go make my coffee, and there is a 50% chance that I spill some of that coffee. Like, it's gonna happen. So you don't want to be spilling coffee inside your PC. I mean, I love the idea. I think it's great, but how practical is it? How many times are you really going to use the coffee maker aspect of your computer?
I'm satisfied, except I want one single cup of coffee. So I sit down at my desk, turn on the computer. So now all I have to do is
see, like that part right there.
Grab a filter,
see,
put it back in.
It's that reach right there that's just gonna get you.
Oh no, we forgot our cup, but don't worry because it's not gonna turn on unless there's a mug in there.
I mean, this is a good idea. The sensor is a good
now
idea.
When I put my mug back in, and then I press play, everything's gonna work. Hopefully. Please. Yeah, boy! Oh, it's so cool to see the beans just funneling, just shooting down. And now the coffee maker should turn on. There we go. And see, we even made this timer. So it's gonna go up all the way until the coffee is done. And once it's done, it's gonna glow bright green. And
that's pretty cool. It's cool. I don't think I would ever want that.
There we go. Nice. And now I finally have my cup of coffee without having to go to the kitchen. Of course, a little taste test.
Where's your creamer?
It's so good. It's so much better than kitchen coffee. This coffee is the best coffee. This is not going to be like my main coffee machine. I'm still going to make the full pot in the kitchen in the morning.
Okay.
But use this for my like 1 cup of lunch coffee.
Every year?
And I have to say, it's working really well, at least for now. You know.
Right, Iggy, okay, so what if it overflows? I keep saying the same thing. Love the idea. Think it's awesome. I think it's a really cool concept. I think that it turned out really well. I like the wood paneling. It looks like a little coffee spot. But how practical and how often would you actually use it, right? I mean, plus, I don't know if anyone else is looking at the fact that there's 2 different fans here. I don't know why that matters to me, but this is a Corsair fan. You could tell from the back of it here, and then this is something else. And it didn't look. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for her to have. I mean, it's definitely an exhaust fan. So I don't know. She's used two different fans, and I'm just staring at it.
On the shoulder, you know. It works, Martina. Nice. I guess we'll see a couple of months down the line how it's working then.
Do we get a couple month recap?
Give a little update. But
she says to give an update. Does she end up doing that? Does anybody know? Does anybody know if she does the update? I would love to see if in a couple of months she still actually uses it.
Panels.
And what it looks like.
And then we're done. So let's go fetch the side panels and just smack them on there. Oh my god, that's it! A computer that can also make coffee. Oh my god, I love this thing. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for watching. And
honestly, I like it. You're right, though. It's a cool idea. I like the idea. I think it's great. I think it turned out really well. It looks awesome. But so many things could go terribly wrong and just ruin that whole PC. And I mean, it's not like it's not the most expensive PC in the world, but it is a 14700K system with a 4070 Ti. I mean, that's pretty pricey. That's a pretty high-powered PC. So I mean, I would hate to have put this much time into it, and then something happened, and it goes wrong and floods the PC with like boiling hot water and just destroys everything. And the power supply for that PC is at the bottom. So if it did fill up with water, it would run over to the power supply, and then it would fry that entire PC. It's a very, very risky, very cool, but very risky. All right, so that was a long video. What time is it? 12:30. We got time for a couple more videos here. So let's see. This is another company that I really like. Apparently, and I'll put after this ends, I'll put a link to these videos so that if you wanted to watch them, check out these creators and subscribe to them or whatever. You can go ahead and do that because definitely all credit goes to them for making their videos. These are awesome. But this particular video, I watch these guys all the time, And these guys are giving away this build, this XPG build. So I definitely want to link this video for you guys so that you guys could enter and win, because it says it's Back to the Future build could be yours. So I'd like to see how they build it, because they do a very similar build videos as me with the music and everything. He custom painted the power supply shroud. Ooh, I like that power button. Anybody else see that power button on that case? Right there. Oh, it's a little triangle. Nice. That looks cool. Oh, this is a fast video. It's only 6 minutes long. This is GGF events. They do some crazy builds too. This guy does some really nice builds. I don't know how elaborate this one's going to be because it's one of his giveaway PCs, but his stuff usually looks really great. Thanks, Schmidt. I appreciate that. Yeah, that water block actually looks really awesome. A black power supply with his white build, huh? I've never used a BTF board yet. Not yet. I thought about it. But I like the cables. I like getting the cable extensions. I think it's a nice accent to your build. I don't really want to not have them there. Is that the reservoir? That is a thick boy rad up top. Check that thing out. Oh, that is a nice looking graphics card. Wait a second. Did he paint that? That is a tough GPU, right? That's the same GPU I have. Is that a 4070 Ti Super, or is that a 4080, 4090? What is that? And it's also white. He had to have painted that, right? You can't buy them white, can you? Someone tell me. Can you buy that? I want to know. I want to know. Someone's got to let me know. That's so nice looking. White, tough GPU. You can? No way! I've never seen them in white. That looks amazing. I want one of those. I love the tough GPUs. I'm not a fan of the black and gray that it usually is. I think the white looks awesome. That is beautiful. I'm totally going to buy one of those. Yep. That is a gorgeous graphics card. Super beautiful. This is the cleanest graphics card I've ever seen. I love it. Gorgeous. I'm looking at mine just mad that it doesn't look like that. That's going to look really good. The white with the blue, that light blue coloring for the liquid, it's going to look really good. I love that graphics card. I really love that card. That is a beautiful card. He's giving that away. I mean, I would definitely look up these guys. That's a really cool looking build, and he's giving that to somebody. Yeah, James, if somebody buys my thermal take build here, it's for sale for $2,300. If they buy that, I might do a white build with that GPU because I like the 4070 Ti Super. It's a good card. They sell the Radeon version too as well, huh? That CPU block is really nice. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love it. I love it. Just so you know, that's GGF Events. They have 219,000 subscribers. I've watched, he did, he went to Computex, did the whole Computex review. He did a really great job. And when he reviews cases, there is not like an inch of that case that he does not talk about. He does a really thorough job with all of his case reviews. So he's definitely somebody worth subscribing to and then figuring out how to enter to win his computer here, because that is a really nice build. What part of Florida am I? I am in like the Edgewater, New Smyrna Beach area. It's a small town near Daytona. All right, so there's this one other build. Hold on one second. So these guys, Bro Water Cooling, they have a bunch of builds. Like they do a lot of really cool stuff. But they did a build in a shoe. This one. This is super cool. If you've never seen this, this is awesome. This case costs so much money though. Look at that. It's in a shoe, man. Somebody do me a favor. Google how much this costs. I think it's made by Coolmaster. Go look into how much this case costs. They must have some really little hands. Hold on. Do you see? Look at how big that CPU looks. His hand has got to be so tiny, right? That's got to be the smallest hand that there's ever been. That is such an insanely... It looks huge. They're not that big. But it looks like it's the size of a phone. Raccoon hands. hold on one second. You said it's probably more valuable to liquid cool a graphics card more than the CPU. If you go ahead and you take apart your graphics card and you put a water block on it and you don't save the original heatsink for it, it'll be impossible to resell that thing. I see people reselling their old liquid cooled GPUs all the time with the water block on them. They'll never sell. They just sit there. No one's going to buy them. But if you keep, at least if you're going to water cool the GPU, save the original heatsink so that you can reassemble it, because if you don't, the chances of you, like, because I still have my old 4080 Ti from forever ago, and it's in a water block, and no one would buy it. I just keep it because it looks pretty now. Look at a tiny little motherboard. There's not much custom about this PC, but it looks really cool. That's a weird looking graphics card. Can you imagine having this thing on your desk? People walk in and be like, "Oh, look, it's a shoe. You've got a huge shoe on your desk." Silence, I agree. ITX builds are, a nightmare. They're so little. There's little. You got little tiny hands. You got to get in there with tiny screws and fit tiny things into a little tinier things. It's such a pain in the butt. That thing is ridiculous looking. What does it look like turned on? Very dramatic. Is it true that I'm in Orlando? I am not in Orlando. I am near Orlando. Yeah, it's a Cool Master case. I think that is made by Cool Master. It's like impossible. It's impossible to buy. It's stupid expensive. There's no reason why anyone should ever buy the shoe. The sneaker build. It's crazy. But these guys did do a build that I thought was just wicked. It was just showed a little glimpse of it. It was a $49,000 build. It's crazy. Let me see if I can't find it.
What's that?
This is not. This is a different one. These are like where they actually talk. I want to find videos. Here we go. They do lots and lots of builds, but the one that I'm talking about is like stupid expensive. Yeah, here you go. $49,000 US dollars.
Forever.
Which means
I watched this build a while ago. This build costs 49 grand. All my videos say that I'm in Orlando. Yes, I know. I put them in Orlando because it's a more populated area, and I capture more people. It's all about just like the reason I sell my computers in Daytona, because I am near Daytona, and there's more people in Daytona than in New Smyrna Beach and Edgewater. In New Smyrna Beach, Edgewater area, there is a very small amount of people, and they're not really. I mean, I would be trying to sell computers forever, so I list them in Orlando, Daytona, Deltona, Ormond Beach, those types of areas because they're more populated, and I can sell product there. I can purchase more items there. So they all say Orlando because it's a major city, and I'm trying to build the channel up. So that's why they all say that I'm in Orlando. But this video right here, $49,000 PC build. crazy. This will probably be the last build of the day since I have a dinner plans with my wife tonight. But check this thing out. It's wild. Oh, and this is that. Remember that coffee? The video where the lady put the coffee machine inside of it. This is the same case. The same case she used. That RAM. What is that? A Xeon W9 3495X. I have no idea what that is. I'm not a fan of the color scheme, but I guess it's supposed to look like Iron Man, so. Pure work performance? What you don't know is he's just building this computer to play CS2. he just wants 2000 FPS in Counter-Strike. That's all he's doing with this thing. That is a big power supply. Is that a 2000 watt power supply? Wow, what? That's a 2000 watt power supply. Ah! So he's going to have a second PC in there for sure. It's been a long time since I've watched this. Oh, that's a cheap motherboard. Look at that thing. Good Lord. Just the installation of this this CPU frightens me. Need a whole tube of thermal paste for that thing. And EK makes a block for this. What is this RAM? What is that? That is insane looking. It looks terrible, but like it looks crazy. Oh, okay, so they are going to put heat sinks on them. I would love to know what kind of memory that is. Hold on. I wonder if it's in their details. RAM. SK Hynix 512 gig DDR5 4800 megahertz. 512 gigs of DDR5 memory. 500. All right. God.
Kroger is bringing you fresh new ways to save.
No
Every
ads.
time you order Kroger delivery, you'll earn points. You can choose.
I'm happy he put heat sinks on them though, because they look terrible. You're gonna have a computer this expensive, and it looks absolutely awful. Oh, that's those. Oh, so those like those heat sinks. They add fans to the top of those. Yeah, I'll get U-Block. Thanks, Inky. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. If we're gonna keep doing these streams where we watch content together, I will for sure do that. Look at those. Are those little Noxua fans? Look at that. Oh man. That's crazy. That doesn't look good. The performance will be there though. I mean, it probably could be a server, Scotty. But they generally just do like home PC builds for people. They're not even done. This isn't crazy yet. Wait till you see that. This is nuts. Whoever bought this, I don't know what he's using it for. Silent said it best. They are super loud. These little fans, they are crazy loud. I've heard them. The little server fans, holy cow. Look at that board. Jesus. That is crazy. Look at all the CPU power pins. It's got dual 24 pin. Goodness. That is an insane board. And look, I mean, it looks humongous, and they put it in the 1000D case, and it looks so tiny. Unreal. And I'm out of money. $7.68 terabytes each one of those, and there's 8 of them. Hold on, what is that? What? How? Okay, hold on. What SSDs? What NVMe's M.2s did he put inside of there? How many terabytes of storage is he putting in this thing? 7.68 for each one of those times 8. That's 61 terabytes of SATA SSD right there. How many NVMe's did he put in there? Hold on. So 990 Pro, 2 terabytes. He has 3 of those. And then 2 15.36 terabytes. And then 8, oh no, it says 8. So it goes to the 8, 7.68. I want to know total how much he's got here. So 7.68 times 8 equals, so 61 terabytes plus 30 plus 6. This guy's got almost 100 terabytes worth of storage inside of this build. That is unreal. It's going to be fun trying to find out which one fails. You have got that right. Holy cow. That's a lot of radiators right there. Good lord. At least he's putting those the D30 Fantex fans. Love those fans. I do like that he puts these custom back covers on. They do this a lot on the other side, so you don't run push-pull. You just have these covers that, you know, create an aesthetic that looks really nice. I like it. Now you got to do the top. You gonna do it again? Yep. Here we go again. You said those Intel drives are $1,000 a piece? God. So wait, that's $8,000. That's $8,000 in SATA SSDs? Cheapers.
Hello. Did you perhaps order a Rosem helper robot?
I did not. Weighs? I'm sure it's extremely heavy. It already weighs 500 pounds. Who's Craig ZMH? Whoever that is, he's got a lot of money. Does he want to sponsor the channel? Drive safe, James. These distro plates, the ones that they make, are crazy. Like, these look awesome. I don't like the gold, but regardless, the fact that these exist and they were able to do this is still awesome. There's so many custom distro plates. At least $1,000 in fittings, for sure. I do like the red tubing. I think that looks pretty cool. What is that? What was that thing? Hold on. Is that just a plug? Oh, it's just a plug? And it looks like the gears for a watch. Interesting. A 3060 Ti. That was a 3060 Ti. For real? Why? No. It's not a 3060 Ti. What is that? What is that? What is that thing? Graphics card. A100 80 gig AI? What is that? I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what that is? I'm gonna Google it. A100. Tensor Core GPU. Oh, okay. High-performing elastic data centers for AI, data analytics, and HPC powered by NVIDIA. Ampere architecture. Okay. All right. Wow. That thing is crazy. I don't do any of this stuff, so like this is me learning with you guys. $8,000 on Amazon? That's how much that costs? Hold on. I didn't look at the price. It says 19,000. Where does it say 8,000? That's insane. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up on Amazon. You're right, it's $8,000. $8,000. What? What is the difference between this first one? No, because this is not. This says 40 gig for the 8,000. Was that what they were using? They're using the 80 gig. So the 80 gig, that's 40 gig. So where's the 80 gig one? 80 gig is $28,000. $28,000. Huh. Can you imagine being the person breaking this thing down, knowing that it is that expensive? I would be petrified to take this thing apart. It would scare me to death to take this thing apart, just knowing how much it costs. I don't want to take apart my 4070 Ti. That part right there would just scare me to death. Also, how fast do those go obsolete? I feel like with how fast technology advances, that card has got to go obsolete pretty quickly, right? And you'd have to buy another one of these things for an unbelievable price? There it is. A new car. Just put a brand new car inside that PC. Okay, so he's going to have a 4090 in there. I was about to say, at this point, if there isn't a 4090 in it, then what are you doing? That's crazy. Yeah, no, the A100 for the 40 gig is 8,000 to 10,000. This is the 80 gig, which is apparently way more money, man.
Thanks to a bed and breakfast on Booking.com, even Cardinals fans are loving Chicago.
Oh, no, just scoping out.
Great. Gee, look at that thing. That is wild looking. You better transform into an ATM. Right? I mean, I would like to think that whoever decided that they wanted to pay for this thing to be built is making some money off of using that PC. At least enough to cover how much it costs to build this damn thing. Ooh. Who makes those fittings? Bitsky? This PC costs more than it's a $50,000 PC. Yeah, costs. You could buy a very nice new car. What's up, Patrick? It's too much. Like, I think the red and gold is way too much. It's way overpowering. I get that it's supposed to look like Iron Man, but like, I don't think the color combo is very good. I don't like red and gold. And all that just looks so, it's so much. It's way too much going on. If you brought anyone over to your house, they wouldn't know what they're looking at. Turn it on. I want to see this thing on. Good Lord. Can you imagine? You'd have to have like a solid oak desk to set that thing on. Over the top. Over the top. This is past over the top. $5,000, $6,000 PCs are over the top. This is ridiculous. $10,000. No, this is a $50,000 PC. $10,000 for whoever bought this is it's a cheap PC. He wouldn't be caught dead using a $10,000 PC. It's crazy. There is a very small amount of people who would need this. Like an extremely small population of people who would need this. It's unreal. That's too much. It's too much. It's too much for me. It's too much for 99.999% of Americans. Or anyone, honestly. That's crazy. Dude, right? You just look up any of this stuff. It's stupid expensive. There's no reality where I would ever want any of this stuff. The Alfa Romeo of PCs. I have to say this is like the Bugatti of PCs. This thing is crazy. But they do, like I said, these people do some crazy builds. Some stuff that I've never seen before. Like I like their Pro Art build is also really, really nice. Their Pro Art build is really good, but I think that my Pro Art build was way better. And you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to finish by watching my Pro Art build, because I love my build. And I want to watch it. Let's go 1 second. Let me find it. There she is. Hold up. Hold up. Bear with me. I'm not very technologically savvy. Where is it? I loved this build. Like I said, it was just so loud. Did anybody notice in that video that I bought a watch to match the build? Did anybody notice that from this build video whenever you watched it for the first time?
Do you copy over? Running time jump program. Opening the vortex. Start the countdown.
You don't remember this build? This was mine. I loved this thing. I loved the music. I loved every single thing about building this PC. It was so much fun. You know, the funny thing is when I was building this PC, I was super sick. And people didn't like that I used the P3s. They wanted me to use the T700s or the T500s. This was the season 1.5. This was the one that I built for me. This was in between season 1 and 2. I needed the more storage, but then if you watch this video at the end, near the end, I got a TerraMaster, which is a company that makes NASs. They sent me a NAS, and I think I had like 68 terabytes worth of storage in that NAS drive. So now I don't need an insane amount of storage on the PC because I use the NAS for all of my storage. All my video clips and files, they all go to that NAS drive. So I don't need a ton of storage on the PC anymore. The only thing I use that for is like games and applications, stuff like that. I mean, I didn't need it, I wanted it. I didn't need an editing PC that's this powerful. That's why I actually sold it for $4,000. I sold this PC for a ton. And I did really like that Deepcool AIO, even though Deepcool is not my favorite company in the world. I'm trying to let go of my hatred of them, but I will say I laughed a little bit when they got banned in the United States. Boom. Those gold fans were nice, but they were loud. And they shot a lot of air. 3,000 RPM fans, they moved air like crazy. Oh, so handsome. Yeah, those fans were awesome. Like I said, I like them a lot. It's just, they're really heavy and they're really loud. I thought they were going to be a lot quieter than they ended up being, but then again, I was also running push-pull on the radiator for it. Plus, you had the whole four fans up in the back, plus the 3 down at the bottom, plus the 2 for the exhaust. I mean, there was just so many fans, and they would when they would ramp up and that system would get hot. Plus, you got to remember, it was a 14900K, so it gets very hot. Those fans started just going full throttle, and if you didn't have them full throttle, you could feel the difference in the heat. I mean, it was like they needed to be moving, and they were just not quiet. But I did like the fact that Fantex makes that GPU mount, and the GPU mount has the ARGB in it, plus the ARGB around the motherboard, plus you can buy the kit for the framing of that case. It was just an all-around elegant design. Just real nice. I loved every bit of it. It wasn't over the top with any of the RGB, or just super great. Also, you look at the PC, and it doesn't look terribly big. It is huge. That is a huge case. I know the guy that bought it. He loves this thing. Do I have sponsors now? I mean, I get product sponsorships, and I get paid to do some stuff, but not like a channel sponsor or anything like that. Not yet. $3060 Ti for 200. I would offer a little bit less. If you could pick it up for about 160, that's good. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I loved editing this build. It was really great. The whole thing came together really well. The whole build in general, just everything about it was very clean, just very nice. You know, the funny thing is, when I was putting this together, I was super sick. I felt terrible putting it together, but I was so excited to actually build this PC that I didn't care. I had to do it. There's my NAS. I use that NAS for everything. It's such a great investment. If you do a lot of like video editing and all that kind of stuff, a NAS is required. It's so nice. It made my whole world so much easier. I appreciate it, Croc. Yeah, we're getting there. We're chipping away. We're getting more and more popular. Looks heavy? It was. It was extremely heavy. And the thing is, I moved that PC like 6 or 7 times, trying to get different angles, and then I brought it out into the living room to do like this video had an intro in the beginning, and I got rid of it because it was people were leaving the video. Once I did that, the video started generating more traffic, but that thing moving it around was a nightmare. And then when I sold it, God, it was like I was so scared to move it. Yeah, I missed that PC, but in the end, it was unpractical. It was just not worth it. So, real quick before I take off for the day, like I said, I have dinner plans with the wife, and I want to spend a little time with the kids before me and my wife leave for dinner. I wanted to kind of talk about things we got going on in the future, plans that we've got coming up. So we have the AliExpress build that we were talking about when this... Yeah, I sold. Where have you been? I sold that computer a while ago. I used the thermal take build that I put together, the yellow PC. It just makes way more sense for what I do. That black and gold PC, after using it for a little while, just became. I didn't need all that, so I sold that one for $4,000, and I put a little bit of that money into the channel, and then I built a different PC, and I'm actually on the. I got a message from somebody who wants to purchase the thermal take build from me, so we will probably be selling that build and building something else, because that's what we do here. We build computers, and I record it, and I put cool music to it, and it's fun to do. So we're going to do that again. I'd really like to use that new AIO that everyone is talking about, where it's got like the wraparound display. So it looks kind of like those billboards that they're putting on the edges of buildings and stuff like that. I think it looks really cool. I'd like to use it and see how well it performs. I don't know what it's called right now offhand, but we're gonna do that. So we'll have that build coming out. We have the AliExpress build. I'm gonna purchase the graphics card for that sometime between now and when I leave for dinner. I'll go ahead and buy that. And then I know that a lot of you guys do not really care for the mini PC builds. So so I was actually told myself that I was going to stop doing mini PCs, because I get a lot of messages from different companies that make mini PCs, and people don't really respond well to those videos. They more reviews, and they slowly get views as people are researching which mini PC that they would want to purchase. But I told myself I was going to stop buying them, and then B-Link said they don't care. They're going to send me another one. So they sent me this one right here. I don't know how well you can see it. It is an i9-12900H processor with 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, and there's nothing special in my mind about that mini PC. But what is special about it is the other thing that they sent me, and this is the docking station for a dedicated GPU. And I think that with the specs of that mini PC, plus this docking station, plus the 4070 Ti Super that I'm going to put on this docking station, that actually might be an extremely awesome mini PC build that's actually cheaper than what I have here. So the 13700K CPU that I'm running in this build versus the 12900H inside of this mini PC with the same graphics card and the same amount of DDR5 memory, I honestly think that this mini PC might keep up with the performance from my desktop. And we're going to do a little comparison. Plus, I think that this savings is with this plus the GPU, this little GPU docking station. I think that the savings, I think it doesn't even cost more than like $700, $800 for that. Plus, you'll buy the graphics card. Graphics card is $700. It comes in like $500 cheaper than what it cost me to build my personal rig, which is unbelievable if it performs just as well as my rig. So that's what we're going to try to figure out. We're going to try to figure out how powerful this mini PC is with all of that. And so that's going to be coming out soon. Plus, I am getting messaged right now about somebody who wants to buy the build-up challenge PC that we put together in episode 3 of the build-up challenge. It's still in my closet. No one has purchased it from me. That's why there hasn't been a new episode of the build-up challenge. It's because I don't have any funds for that. The challenge money is all tied up in that PC. So whenever that PC does finally sell, we will have another build-up challenge episode come out. So we have lots of fun things coming out. I wish I could pump out that content a little bit faster for you, but unfortunately, like I said earlier, I have a full-time job, plus I am a husband, plus I am a father, and this takes a lot of time to make all this content, so I want to make sure that the content we're producing and we're pumping out isn't mediocre, isn't, poor quality just because we're trying to get things done fast. I want to get things done and make sure that the quality is on par with at least what we have been able to produce in the past. So I don't want to just pump out content for the sake of pumping out content. So that's what we're focusing on, and we're going to make sure that the next video that comes out is going to be this mini PC review. That'll be on Saturday. Hopefully that video will be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely interested to see how well that mini PC stacks up to the performance of an actual desktop. And then yeah, the AliExpress build is going to be pretty cool too. I'm pretty excited to put that one together as well. Plus, that one I'll sell it at the end and make more money for the channel, and we'll do some fun stuff with that. All right. Well, guys, I love all of you guys. I'm going to let you go in the same way that I let you go in the end of every video. I do hope that no matter where you are in the world, that you are having the most fantastic day. And I'm going to see you in the next video or the next live stream. If you guys like doing this, then we'll keep doing the live streams. But I appreciate you guys all being here. I love y'all. You guys take care. Pew.